Good morning and good afternoon, everyone, wherever you're tuning in from. Welcome to the High Performing Woman Talkshow. I'm Susan Treadgold, your host, and this is a show where I seek to highlight female founders and female funders. And today I have an amazing topic. I think this applies to so many people. Despite outward success, many women entrepreneurs are silently battling burnout and overwhelm. And what is alarming is 83% of female founders report experiencing high stress, 78% suffer from persistent anxiety, and 54% face burnout. So I am excited to delve into this topic of mindset blocks that are keeping high achievers stuck and to explore actionable strategies to reprogram your brain for sustained success and freedom. So with me today, I have a global brain reprogramming and success mindset expert, Alina Hlipca-Radovici, and she's going to shed some more light on this topic. So welcome, Alina.
Hello, Susan. Hello, everyone. I'm very happy to be on the High Performing Woman Talkshow. It's an honor to be here. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon from wherever you're in the world. I'm honored to be here, and I'm very confident that this discussion will help you just a bit, if not a lot. Please take some notes, and we are happy to have you here.
I'm thrilled to have you here as well. And I just wanted to give a little bit more of an introduction. Alina is Mentor of the Year 2025, a columnist for the Global Woman magazine. I actually met her through the Global Woman, which I'm also a member. And she's on a mission to help 10 million people reach their financial goals and shift their money mindset by working with the universal laws and brain reprogramming. So let's just get stuck in. What's the biggest mindset block that keeps high achieving entrepreneurs stuck, even when they seem to have it all?
Such an amazing question, Susan. Thank you for this. In my perspective, and after working 6,500 hours of work one-on-one and group sessions with clients, I discovered that the main mindset block is that people don't trust themselves that they can manage the money they will make, and also they have a fear of success. At a first glance, you would say that the fear of failure is the first one that is there, but what happens is that there is a fear of success actually that messes up with people because they are afraid they will lose certain relationships and maybe their health, spouse, if they will have the success they want, the money they want. And this happens because of generational blocks and different history in the family and different perceptions of of what society has. But it's definitely the main one and the most difficult to tackle because it has many roots in the past. And so people are projecting in the future and not taking action in the present.
I can totally relate with that. And I imagine that it might even be fear of success might even be more of an issue for women than for men, given that they're generally
Yes.
the number one point of contact for household management as well as for children.
Yes.
So I'd like to, delve into that a bit more. So how can someone start reprogramming their brain out of this fear of success or some of the other fears if they feel overwhelmed or stuck in survival mode?
It's a perfect time to do it nowadays because you have all the opportunities and all the information out there if you want to do it for free and you have a low budget, which is fine. And this is why together we are going to give a gift to your audience a bit later. So if you're watching this, please stay with us until the end because we have a special gift for you.
Wonderful.
But before answering the question, I would like to say that if you're here, please take notes. I will give you info that you can apply today in order for you to change one belief. So it's very applicable, our discussion. Okay,
I love it when we get real
thank
tangible
you.
actions.
I know you're the same as I am, Susan, and I really appreciate your work and all your work. Okay, so how to start brain reprogramming? At first, you have to decide what you want in life, what objective you wanna have most in the next period of time, and then to put it down in a smart way, as in specific and measurable time frame, and be realistic about it. If nobody flew to space without a machine, you cannot fly to space without a machine. So make it realistic and aligned to the gravity law. Okay, great. But you have to be decided and intentional about your actions. So you have to decide in a very specific manner what it is. This is the first step. The second step is to write down every block you have, every perspective you have regarding that objective in a technical way, as in, why can't I reach my 10K goal? For example, if I want to grow from 5K to 10K in 6 months, why do I perceive I cannot reach that goal in a technical? For example, I don't have the audience if it's a marketing issue. I don't have the skills to sell. I don't have the job needed. I don't have the diploma, and so on. And on the third step, we are writing
Wait, just let me pause on that
Yeah.
step. I think that's interesting because when you get it written down, I think you can see that either some things are ridiculous blocks. Like I remember having a client who wanted to get in more steps every day and they just couldn't figure it out. And I said, well, do you walk to the subway in the morning? And they're like, no. And I'm like, why not? Well, I don't have a pair of comfortable shoes. And I'm like, well, what would it take to get a pair of comfortable shoes? And then it was a ridiculous block. They got a comfortable pair of shoes to walk to the subway, and then they got their goal. And then I think also like writing it down, you can see that it's figure outable, right? Like once you see it in writing, you don't like the example you gave, well, you don't have an audience. Well, that's figure outable, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, sorry
Indeed.
to ruin your
No, no
flow.
worries. It's a perfect.
Go for your third one.
It's perfect. I was just wondering if you sent him the shoes as a gift and then he did his steps.
No, he had to take responsibility.
Yeah, I totally agree. Don't go into savior mode. It won't work for people. Don't try to save them because it's going to be only temporary. Okay, so the third step is to see what are your mindset blocks. So as you said, even if it's a stupid block, sometimes people are frozen and cannot do the action because they have a fear underlying of that thing that they are not doing. Okay, so the first one, you set your goal. The second, you do the plan, and then you see your mindset blocks. And then you start dissolving each and every one of them and take inspired action in a very structured plan. As in, if you want to double your income in 6 months, you have to do a plan for 6 months, for every month, for every weekend, for every day. Inspired action, I recommend to my client to take inspired action because if you start your day with the most important task of the day, you will be inspired and feel like you're having progress towards your dreams, towards your goals. And then you will be energized and trust yourself, trust your word, and be confident that if you put something in your calendar, you're going to do it. This is the long version. But the short version is that you have to know what you want and then to dissolve the things that are keeping you from getting that's something you want. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, absolutely. And having that plan and as we take these smaller actions, it doesn't even have to be huge. It's like asking yourself, what's the number one step that I need to move one step in that direction of achieving that part of the goal, and having like something every day, every week, every month, like you said, that gives us confidence. And then we see that we're taking action. They're like, oh, I can do this, right?
Yes. So one of my rules actually is every time I feel afraid of the next move, I overthink. I do the next step possible, the most courageous step possible at that time, and then I don't have the time to think about it, to overthink, and then I have progress and such an energy boost. Yes.
Oh, I love it. And that's important, that energy boost. So I'd like to talk about universal laws. What role do they play in generating both time and money freedom? And what universal laws are you referring to?
Yes. So universal laws are in my life since I've tried everything there was on the market, and some of them helped me, but with bits and pieces. And the main issue that I had before starting to work with my method is that mentors tried to make me dependent on them, to pay them endless hours, and I wasn't empowered. So I tried to understand how to work with my mind in order for me to be in control of my life, my time, my money. And if I work with someone, to be from a choosing place and not be from a must do. I will die if I won't do it. I am not able to do it myself. So basically, universal laws are principles from physics, mathematics, philosophy that are transformed in exercises that are logical structured. And once you do them, you change your perception. So, for example, if you have a moment in which you were ashamed of asking for money because, for example, your mother asked you to go to the store and you asked her for $10 extra to buy candy. She didn't want to, but she was very angry towards you. You had a shameful moment. You were ashamed. And that's why in your adult life, maybe you are not able to charge your clients the fee you want. We have to first dissolve the moment from your childhood and then come back to the present moment in order for you not to do it in the future. But to come back to the universal laws, they are principles translated into a logical manner. No meditation, no energy healing, nothing like that. For structured and logical people that want to have a recipe, each time has the same result. It's very predictable. It's mathematical, if you want, and it helps you dissolve certain perceptions.
And like, what is an example of one of those? Is that something you can share?
One of the laws, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So one of the laws I work with is the law of duality and polarity, that says that every person, trait, action, or inaction has both sides, black and white, for example, good or bad. This helps when you despise someone in order for you to see their good part and not to resent them. Because if you resent something, the universe will humble you and give you situations in which you see that you have the exact trait or you do the exact.
Oh, yes. Yes, yeah. I hear that sometimes the things that you criticize in others is something that you are actually maybe subconsciously criticizing in yourself.
Yeah, it's part true because you are not owning the trait. And at the same time, it helps you as well if you admire a speaker, a mentor, a figure of authority in your branch, for example. You can own those traits in order for you not to be their doormat, if you want. For example, not to underposition yourself while in their presence, not to get into bad contracts, being able to have a fair point of view, being able to negotiate with a client. And so even if you are despising something or admiring something, you can balance it with the law of duality and polarity with these exercises I was telling you about.
Yeah, and it was interesting what you were saying earlier about how, I mean, is there a certain age when our money mindset is set? Because it seems to be the things that we're growing up with, you know, shows up later in life in unexpected ways.
Yes. So basically, our money mindset is set throughout our childhood. At first, it's like the roots we have and the things we are getting from our parents, grandparents, and the people that basically raise us. But throughout life, if we have experiences that were painful, that were shameful towards money, we integrate them as well. And also, society rules. So, for example, if certain domains are shameful or certain things are not accepted by a certain country or society in which the clients I work with are perceived as being bad or not helping society, they will be blocked, and they can't do the actions to increase their revenue. Once they disubordinate from the authority voice in their mind, they are able to do the action. And I had the most interesting question the other day, Susan. I have to share this.
Yes.
One person I was talking to asked me, okay, I understood you helped the client, Dragos is his name, to 10x his revenue. So for 2 years, we've been working together. And in these 2 years, he raised his revenue from 2K to 20K a month. And I was telling this to another person, and he said, okay, great. I understand your method. I understand what you do. But what you're saying is that he wouldn't have reached this amount of money if he wouldn't have worked with you or with a method. And I said, no, but I don't know the time. If he would have accelerated this much in 2 years to 10x is pretty much work. It's a lot of work. Maybe it would have been 10 years. Maybe it would have been a lot of other struggles.
Right.
So it's not the only way. There are a lot of ways, but this way is very efficient because it's very predictable. If you're a very rational person and you want answers and to have somehow control of your perceptions and about your personal development. This is why I so love the work I do, Susan. You just push the button and speak for 6 hours, even though I have a very, very bad flu. Look at me.
Yes, I can see you're very passionate about it. So it sounds like it's not very woo-woo. It's very structured.
Yes.
This is what you do. Plug and play. There's a system. I love systems. I mean,
Yes.
that's
This
what
is how we met. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what supports people.
Yes.
So I think, let me just look though. You have got a workbook that you are going to be sharing with our audience. Is this correct?
Yes, it's correct, Susan. And if you're listening, I had a very, very long talk with Susan of what resource could I create for the community. And this is what I created. It's a PDF of 65 pages in which you will understand how your worth level was created throughout life, and what are the perceptions you're having throughout regarding money, and what you perceive your worth, as in holidays, love, money, prosperity, clients, and so on and so forth. It's very deep, it's very powerful, and I strongly recommend you to download it because it's a great resource we've been thinking of for you.
So that's a lot. Clarifying your worth level. I've never heard anyone structure it like that. What is my worth financially? What is my worth in business? What is my worth spiritually, mentally, physically, family? So I've never seen that structure before.
It's an honor for me to hear you say that, because I had just an insight. I had a spark. I perceived it was a spark from God, the universe, or whatever you're thinking of. But it was just a moment in which I said, this is a thing. This is my message. I could feel it. I have goosebumps. And around 5K people already downloaded in Romanian. And actually, this community is the first community, the High Performing Woman Talkshow. Your community is the first one that will have access to it in English. So it's my absolute.
Oh, what an honor. That's brilliant. In 65 pages, it looks like it's something that is quite substantial and we can really get stuck
I have
into.
it here. I have it here actually. It's printed.
Oh,
It's quite a lot. Yeah, it's
beautiful. So is that, where do they go for the actual workbook?
okay. So if you click that link, you will get on a landing page and you can introduce your info and you'll get it on the email. But with Susan, we have today also an offer. If you want to have your mindset audit, it's discounted only for her community. It's a one-on-one session with me, and we can talk about your money mindset and see what are your perceptions, your blocks, what is keeping you actually from gaining the money you want and having the objectives you want. It's a very powerful session. I've done.
So how much is the session, and then you get 20% off?
I don't remember by heart. I think it's 125 euros, Susan, if I'm not wrong. I don't know if my colleagues put the tax or not, but
okay.
It's
usually that's incredible value at any rate.
Yes, and what I wanted to say is that only in one session, you have an action plan as well, and if you tackle only 3 actions after our session, you will get your money back in about a week maximum. So I had a call with one person that wanted to franchise throughout the world, and in 15 minutes, he got a plan for him to franchise up to 100 clinics in his field. So it's pretty good. Get into the session and bring in the big guns. All your issues, put them on my desk and we'll just put them in order.
That's beautiful. And is there a code that they need to enter to get the 20% discount?
No. It's a direct link. No. It's a direct link, and
just for my listeners.
Yes. It's
okay.
A direct link.
So people that are watching, it's a good time to do a screenshot there.
If you're having any issue, just write me a text that you're coming from Susan, and I'll make sure that you get everything you need. My colleagues took care of it. I am happy that I delegate as much as possible. And Susan, this is really something that I've been trying to do for the past years. And since working with my method, delegating the actions that don't inspire you is such a gift.
Yes, I have to say they really are. And actually, the next task that I'm going to delegate is social media. What what I love is creating the posts, but managing them, and scheduling them and doing all of that. That's not so much my jam.
I agree. So the method I work with says that you have to keep in your calendar and prioritize the actions that make you most money, make you feel most inspired, and energize you, and the rest to delegate them to people that love doing those actions. And so everyone has a piece of the cake, but at the same time, your team and yourself are inspired and the clients are getting amazing results.
It's almost like finding an energy complement. Like somebody likes unloading the dishwasher and someone likes loading it.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. So this is where people can get in touch with you. Again, it might be an opportunity to do a screenshot. I presume that this means in English, the Academy of Prosperity.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes, the Instagram page is the place to be. We are growing that. I post daily there. I think you're there as well, Susan, because we are in a challenge together, a social media group. The challenge is taking a lot of time, but it's so growing as a person. So if you're hearing this and you haven't followed us on social media, just give us a quick follow and one heart or two and a message. I'll be happy to invite you there when I'm live. Susan, social media, I perceive, was for so many years a task for me. I don't know if it's for you the same, but for me it was. Since I've connected emotionally to the fact that there are people that wanna hear my message, that I can reach, such as yourself, because we met on a similar club and then we connected online. I have just goosebumps when I think about posting, and when I have a message. It's just such a blessing to reach so many people in such a short time. So thank you for
And
having me.
all around the world. I mean,
Yes,
you know, you're across the world from me, and you know, we've been
yes,
able to,
indeed.
yeah.
Yes,
So,
it's 8 in the evening, 9 in the evening. So yes,
well, Alina, I just want to thank you.
thank you.
You've shared some amazing tips and offers for our audience, and you know, I actually can't wait to download the workbook myself and get started. So I really thank you for coming on the show, and I wish you every success.
Thank you. It's been an honor. And if you listen to this episode, please share it, support Susan and her show. And
Yes, like and subscribe. I forgot to say that. Yes, and
I'm an
share the
ex
episode.
marketer, so you can feel it in all my
Thank you.
pores.
Thanks for the
It's been
reminder.
it's been such an honor, Susan and everyone. Kisses and see you very
Okay,
soon. Bye,
thank
guys.
you. Bye. So we have ended the episode. Let me just make sure. And